Hi there. We have a tea tasting that I'm excited about. Sounds good, huh? So I'm excited about candy cane. I am just back from a little Thanksgiving break. We left on Wednesday and came back today on Sunday. Interesting. Okay, so it's got definitely candy cane scent, but it's also got a kind of weird synthetic scent. So we will see how this goes. I am going to make enough. This has a whole lot in the bag, so I'm going to make 1 cup. And I'm going to, I put a lot in there, so you can see little candy cane pieces. Not sure what else you're seeing, but I'll read what's in it. So we're going to steep that for 3 minutes. And I will read to you what is on here. So this is black tea, candy cane pieces, natural candy cane flavor, and peppermint pieces. So the natural candy cane flavor is probably what I'm smelling. That's kind of synthetic smelling, but I'm still excited, and we will try it. I may steep this a couple of times too and see how I like it. I am hit or miss with mints of any kind, but if it's really mostly mint and not a lot of other stuff, then I usually like it. So I love doing these tea tastings, but they do get me a little tea obsessed. I'm having fun with it. I don't feel terribly guilty about it, except financially I have to be careful right now, especially with Christmas coming up. So I had to purchase some presents for my son's birthday on Amazon, and there was a really good deal on I think it's pronounced, I want to say Van Dam, but I think it's Vadaham or something. I will review it at some point. They had a matcha. I'm getting a little obsessed with matcha. So they had a mint matcha that was a good portion size for not a ton of money. So I did buy that. It's very minty, but I do really like it. I'm really enjoying it. So I did have some of that matcha this morning, and that was lovely. I really enjoyed it. I did mix it with a matcha latte I have. It's just like the Lipton brand matcha latte, and it's sugary, and it gives a little bit more, the matcha's bitter, and I'm getting used to it. I think pretty soon I will be able to drink plain matcha with no sugar added, which is my goal. I actually really like bitter tastes. I just have to get a little bit used to them. So, all right, I am going to pour some of this, and then I'm also going to let it steep a little bit longer and see how I like it then. Oh, how pretty. So this is a black tea. It's rather late in the day. This is a very kind of light caramel color. That's nice. That's very nice. So versus just a plain mint tea, it's that peppermint, which does give you a bit of the cooling sensation in the back of your throat. Some mints, I feel like when I drink them, I don't really get that cooling sensation the same way. This definitely has a cooling sensation in the back of the throat, but it's got a nice black tea base. Yeah, I really like that. That's nice. Lovely. Lovely and very festive. So, it's not one I'm like falling on the ground over. Like the Jade Oolong, the one I had right before this, the very end of November, Jade Oolong I immediately put on my list of like ones I'm buying. The nice thing also, because it's really a straight tea, it's one that I can steep over and over again. The flavor's not gonna, it's gonna get a little bit mellower, but like this, because it's got some natural flavoring in it along with the peppermint, like every time I steep it, it's gonna get less pepperminty. The Jade Oolong, I don't know what it is about that one. The like flowery flavor, it tastes like a blend, but it's just a straight tea. I guess like I'm relatively new to oolongs, so I don't know exactly what they taste like, but I love them. I'm gonna pour a little bit more now that it's steeped a little bit longer. Let's see if it's changed much. It's definitely a darker color. It's more of a burnt caramel now. So the longer it steeps, the more black tea flavored it gets. My guess is if I let this steep too much longer, it's going to get bitter, like black teas do, which I don't really mind, but I'm losing more and more of the peppermint every time, which for me, I'm kind of okay with that. I think a 5-minute steep is probably perfect for me. I think people who like the peppermint more would want a shorter steep. But I like kind of the bitter black tea a little bit more than just the the more peppermint forward flavor. So good one to start with. It is a black tea. So it's kind of late in the day for me to be having a black tea, but I've been drinking caffeine a little bit later, and it hasn't really been bothering me. So I don't know. I may play around with that and see how that affects me, but cheers. I hope you had a lovely end of the month. I hope you're excited about December. Today is actually the Sunday before December, so it is the first day of Advent, I guess. So we're heading into Christmas season. All the lights were up where we were. I'll have a lot more to talk about as I keep tasting this week, talking about the trip that I made and maybe some Black Friday purchases, which I probably shouldn't have done, but I did. And I don't feel guilty about tea. I really don't. It is not the worst vice in the world. So I'll be back with you soon.